Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. I'm not going to keep you long. Hard Slinger. No. This time, I just want to give a shout out to all you listeners of the show out there. Because I'm not really certain if a tree falls in the forest, it will make a sound. How the hell would I know unless I recorded it and watched it later? But the tree has fallen. The evidence is there. Much like a session of D&D, we played it, and yet if no one heard it, did we really sling all those hard 20s? And that's why we record it. So when you listen, you can see or hear that. What the hell am I talking about? Never mind. All you need to be concerned with is warming up your dice and topping off your glass as Roll the Hard 20 podcast presents our Carrion Crown Run-Through, episode 19, Tactical Withdrawal.
Gas station horchata.
Oh yeah, dude, I've been on such an horchata kick.
What a gas station horchata.
Dude, it's actually really good. You want to try?
Is that the one from down the street by the 241?
I'm sure
By
Jameson's
Tribuco.
drinking horchata too at home.
No, not yet. Been holding up. He also needs some Jameson so I can get some sleep at night.
There you go.
Just rub it on his gums. He'll be fine.
Greetings, fellow slingers, and welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast, episode 19 of our Carrion Crown Run-Through. I'm your trusted GM, Brian, and with me, the Hard Slingers again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're on episode 19 already. How's everyone's energy going? Still charged up through this whole thing?
Scared shitless.
Yeah,
you
got
guys,
some adrenaline.
You guys ran from a combat last session, which you were just saying, Koosh, that you guys had never done that before.
At this table, none of us have ever run from a combat in, I don't know how many years we've been playing.
Yeah.
Probably 3 years.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
I had no choice. I was gonna leave you guys, to be honest. Straight
Fuck
up,
it.
fuck it. I was just like, fuck it. I'll cast a spell on your guys' body.
So, we're on the voodoo tonight. Let's see how everyone's energy is after the next few minutes. We open Talos, Irwin, and Oust. You've made a shocking discovery in a secret passage that connected the prison's torture chamber to who knows where it went to. Turning a bend in the wet, rocky tunnel, you were quick to discover that you were not alone. Set upon by a gray ooze, you all took some pain as you retreated back into the torture chamber. Passing the corpse of Warden LeVar Hochran, you made haste to the only door leading to this damnable place and swiftly closed the door behind you. Talos, you ran as fast as you could away from that door. And Irwin, what are you going to do? You got this thing seeping out from under the doorway. It seems to still be in pursuit.
I'm going to try to run away as fast as I can. Is it going to have like an opportunity attack? It's like
It might.
The
Where
door's
were-
there. I mean,
It's still seeping, man.
I know it's not fully past the door, but
Actually, the dock isn't on that thing yet.
still napping.
I think it's worth running.
By the way, do I get a full rest for missing a session?
Nope.
Damn it.
Sorry, this has only been like
An hour at most.
Yeah.
not even that.
Not even an hour.
Not even that.
Okay.
Because you guys went from across the hallway to the other room, lifted the portcullis,
That's true.
inspected all the empty cells, went
Yeah.
in. So you're probably only like 30 minutes into it at the
I
moment.
mean, I
So
locked
it's like
Irwin
not even
in
a
one.
short
I would
rest.
say like an
Power nap.
hour, yeah. I
Power
would say
nap.
like at least an hour. I mean, I locked
I won't
Irwin
even
in
do it.
there.
I don't have
We had
any.
to like chip away at the blocks.
I don't even have any hit dice anyway. So.
That's okay.
Neither
Because
do we.
I think the goal here is run the fuck away. As long as you got legs still.
So you're
Just
gonna
real-
you're gonna take your run.
yes.
All right.
Was figuring that out. So what'd you guys come across?
I think it's a black ooze.
None of the other spirits or ghosts?
No, but this thing attacked me once, did 13 damage, and then grappled me without a save.
And
Thank God I wasn't here last
oh,
week.
speaking of which, since we're here, I have to cash in my doubloon that I owed you last time that I couldn't
no
find.
shit.
So keeping to my word.
All right.
You
Good
could have
man.
just cheated.
Here, I'll give you
I
a gold,
coulda.
give you a gold doubloon for that.
For honesty, yes.
So it goes to attack you as you flee, Irwin. 23.
Yeah, it's going to hit.
Do you have a doubloon?
No, I do not.
All right, I'll cash in a doubloon.
Okay.
Oh, well, thank you.
Look at that. Giving up Talos. 19 to hit
Still gonna hit.
God damn it.
for 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of acid damage. Actually, it's 2d4. Sorry. 3 points of acid damage.
Okay.
You still good?
Still alive.
Still up?
Still
Okay,
alive.
so go ahead and make your move. Where are you going to go?
I'm going to dash and I'm just going to run straight past Talos and Aus.
Please do.
With your hair on fire?
Yeah, I'm just getting the fuck out of there.
Talos. Now you have sent Otto to go and wake the doctor.
Yes.
What do you want him to do?
I guess peck at his goggles.
So it's aggressively peck at his eyes.
You have goggles, I assume, right?
Yes, I do. I
Yeah,
have a doctor's
that's got to be
mask.
startling. That's got to wake you
the
up.
owl starts to peck on the face of the doctor.
Yeah. Is he unlocking something?
Yeah.
You just see this owl just fluttering in your face, and the residual effects of this sleeping pill that you had taken a while back, like an hour ago, you come out of the fog of this just to see this owl just going ape shit.
I recognize this owl. What? Are they? I'm assuming they're in trouble. All right. Show me the way, and I'll follow Otto.
You see the owl leave the door and head towards the west. Now, you remember that this portcullis was down, and you could see that there were cells in there. At this point, though, the portcullis is up, and you just hear this whipping type of a noise, and you hear Erwin scream.
As I get up and come out of the door,
Scream for me, Erwin. There you go.
As I walk out of the door, I can hear Erwin and see his frame starting to come around the corner in a very hurried way.
That's the fucking goat from
That
the
was
YouTube
exactly
videos.
what I was
I
thinking.
know. I was trying to
Screaming
do
ghost.
something like that.
From what? The Emperor's New Groove?
No, there's
Screaming
we'll
ghost.
show, there's a screaming goat on YouTube, and it's hilarious. It sounded exactly like that.
You did a good impression of it. Okay,
right.
Boomer.
You're going to die. So, Doctor, you see all this bedlam going on. Erwin, you've moved. Oust. What are you going to do?
Double moving where Erwin took off,
Okay.
heading back towards where the dock is.
He has 70 feet of movement because he's insane.
So he's like up in my grill pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Almost running into you.
Oust, as you round the corner, trying to make your way out of the exit of this end of the prison, you come up short to see Otto and the doctor in that order, just right before you.
Just chilling.
What's up, man?
Hey, you're awake.
Half away. Yeah.
Rise and shine, Sleeping Beauty.
Are you stopping to have a chat?
Right?
By the way,
By the way, no big deal.
not a big deal, but the monk went down. Some bad shit happened.
Okay.
Don't go that way.
Don't go down?
Don't go that way.
Oh.
You don't have to tell me twice. Because we're all heading back out.
That's my plan.
Talos.
Talos is gonna dash. So,
You gonna pass the dog?
and while I'm running back, I'm just gonna
I
say,
hold up my hand for a high five.
throw up I'll give him a high five. Back to Ravengrove. Get out of here. We're not staying.
Okay. Erwin.
I'm just gonna continue to try to escape. So I'm just gonna dash again, and just try to leave myself out to the east, I believe. I forget which way is north.
That way's north. To me is east.
Okay, then yes,
Come
east.
to me. Okay. Is he off? What do you
No,
want?
yeah, he's off. I want a cap.
Oh.
Is he off? I don't know.
No,
Is
he
breathing
wants,
heavy?
he wants to know where north is. Good job.
Well, because I actually thought north was that way.
But I know better.
You should.
Oust, what are you going to do?
Doc, you heard Talos. We're heading back out.
So you
And
guys,
I'll move.
with the speed that this ooze moves, you will eventually outdistance it completely.
Thank God.
And you find yourselves moving east again down that long 60-foot corridor back to the central dungeon chamber. And then there's 3 other ways you guys could go. You could go up to the oubliette because the portcullis is up. You see that the door next to the portcullis that's up is slightly ajar. You can go back to Hell's Basement.
That's where we came from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Or you could go towards the Nevermore to the south.
I guess we shouldn't have gone to Reaper's Hold. I mean, the name alone.
I mean,
Yeah.
none of these places sound good. You
Well,
don't want to
even the
go.
Hell's
You don't want to go to the
Basement,
oubliette either.
Well, you could always ask Erwin what the well was like if you want to go to the well.
It was dark and cold.
That's actually sounds way better than what we.
It does, yeah. But I like to get out. I don't know about you guys.
I would like to climb out of this hole that we're in. Perhaps we can wait around and see if this ooze can climb up. If it can, I strongly suggest we go back to Raven Grove because I don't think it's safe to rest here.
Okay, as you guys make it into the central dungeon chamber, you pass the stairwell that's full of all this boulders and debris and stuff, pieces of timber and headers and stuff. Move past and back into Hell's Basement, correct? Through all the
Yeah,
difficult
where the-
terrain and
Yeah.
stuff where you originally descended down. Okay, so you guys make your way back. So the rope is still hanging. You guys start making your way up.
Yeah.
Who's going up first?
I'll go, I guess.
Well, you were running past us, so
I mean, you
guess I'll-
probably outspeed me at some point. So.
I think at the point when we're in this room, we probably realize we're not
Yeah, we're not like.
in immediate danger.
Yeah, we've been able to outrun it. I'm climbing out of the hole.
Okay, so you guys make it back up to the top and ascend at that hole right there to the first floor. You notice that this is the area where there was a training regime going on here. They're practice dummies. The east wall has been totally blown out. You can still see outside. And you know that there's still a door in the north wall or the double doors that you came through in the southwest wall.
How's everyone feeling?
Not so hot, Talos. Not so hot.
I'm not feeling so great.
I'm okay.
You're okay? All right.
Not
You've
doing
been
too
sleeping
well.
this entire time, Doc. Hope you don't feel a little groggy from that nap you took.
I said I felt unwell. Maybe you should have all taken the same advice. So is the plan to go back, and because we have books on the prison,
Yeah, we could spend.
do we have to go all the way back to town, or just do it at the shack?
Can we grab the books and take them back to Raven Grove?
I still have them on me. It's the ones I saved
so.
from when we got in the fight. Who was that? Was that you and me? When Town Hall got blown up and shit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those-
yeah.
Yeah, because I got 4 books from that.
Oh, I was talking about like the stuff-
Notes and stuff from the
the
office,
notes
right?
and the papers.
Oh, yeah, we have a lot
Oh,
of
that
notes and stuff
too.
from here.
Yeah.
My only concern is if this thing can climb out of that hole, I don't believe the shack is safe. We can wait
See
around
if
here.
Kendra sold the house yet?
And
I know it's up
have.
for escrow, but we've only been gone for a day.
yeah, escrow
Yeah.
normally holds
Yeah.
for about 30 days.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how they do escrow around here.
Either that or you still got the suite, right, Doc?
I do, but it's been raided once.
Oh,
But we can still hang out there as long as we're all awake.
we have a
Hopefully they won't
Well,
come.
we have
we
a
have a
truce.
partnership
Yeah,
with
we
those
have
guys
a.
now. Hopefully that's enough.
Either way, it looks like we're not going to be safe anywhere to sleep. We just have
Hopefully I
to.
can throw my weight around. I am a businessman in town now.
A respected businessman at this point.
Respected, no. Businessman, yes. I have a license, that's it.
I'd agree. We probably don't want to sleep here.
I'm cool with heading back to town then. Just where do we want to meet up? Or where are we going, I guess? Not meet up, we're all going together.
We're all going together. You guys want to try Kendra's?
That's right, kind of.
So
The DM laughs, so
I just,
probably
I'm just laughing because the first thing he thinks of
Is Kendra?
is side action, straight up. Who'd you sell the house to?
Yeah.
Hey, let's get naked.
But you guys did bring up a good point about the suite I have pretty much at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, it has been tossed once. I don't know how safe it is.
We kind of have a truce with the people at the Silk.
Yeah, they want us
Purse.
to. They want us to come back here and get the best thing we can.
Didn't we find stuff for them?
We gave them
Do we
some
want
haunted
to turn
stuff.
that in?
You guys found quite a bit of stuff, actually.
We found quite a
No,
bit of stuff,
'cause,
but
yeah.
they want like first pick of everything we found.
Well, they don't have to know what everything is. Only one person has to go in with it,
That's
right?
true, but we're gonna go back in here. You know,
Out of that hidden cache, what did you take from it? The one in the guard's room.
We took 4 potions of lesser restoration.
Did you guys take any of the armor?
I think.
I have
I
the
took-
charm bracelet and the bloodstained axe.
Oh, he's talking. We found another secret cache in that room you were in, actually.
You
Oh.
had already crashed out on the cot, and they continued to search that room.
Do you need chainmail?
I don't know if I can have chainmail. What's the strength requirement?
I don't know. But it depends if you have proficiency.
Yeah, I was going to say
I have
it's
a
not so
chain-
much. It's not so much a strength requirement; it's a proficiency for that.
Yeah, because I have a chain shirt already.
'Cause
I don't
some-
have full chain mail.
Some clerics get heavy armor proficiency, some don't. So I don't know if you have proficiency.
I don't think I do as the doctor.
Well,
Okay, then it doesn't matter.
There was 2 sets of armor in there, though.
Well, there's like 6 chainmail.
No, there was
And
4
then
chainmail and
6
4.
Oh, 4 and 4? Okay.
What was the other one though?
Studded leather.
That's right. Okay.
I have a chain shirt.
Which is probably
the
better.
Same.
It's probably better than studded leather, I think.
Erwin and I have some crossbows.
heavy
Crossbows,
crossbows.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we have those like special arrows too.
Yeah, we have some special arrows, and hold on, we have
Uh,
120 regular bolts and 10 of the fancy bolts.
I took the wand,
took the wand,
right?
of hold person.
Yeah, I believe I rolled for my wealth.
Oh,
So that's why I was only able to get a chain shirt.
There was one more thing too, right?
There's 4 long swords, 9 suits of chainmail, 4 something else. I got it, didn't write down what it was. 1 wand, 4 vials, a rope.
Oh, the rope. I don't think we.
I grabbed the rope.
Did it look like a regular rope?
Did you guys?
No, we
investigate
just-
it?
No, we didn't.
No, you didn't. did you?
We just have a rope. It's just gonna be lost amongst our shit.
I can check out the rope.
Okay. You want to check it out while you're on the rope, or you guys are up out of that area?
Yeah,
right?
we were
No,
like
I'm
outside
saying,
the.
did you find a
hole.
new rope or the one that
We
We
found
found a new rope.
Found a new rope. Okay. You want to take a peek at that?
Yes.
All right, Doc.
So, Arcana or Investigation?
Arcana.
Good, they're the same thing. 8.
You've never seen a rope like this before. Looks like typical rope. You might still be feeling the effects of whatever narcotic you ingested a while back before the bird randomly woke you up.
Is this Wonder Woman's rope?
This is Wonder Woman's
It
rope.
is not the lasso of truth.
Ah, damn. This could have been fun. We are going back to Kendra's.
Oh,
Oh my.
Please, using that. No, I really don't want to.
I take
Goddamn
the rope away
lasso
from
of
Oust.
So which direction would you guys like to go?
Raven Grow.
No, I mean in the prison. You want to
I
go
say
back the way you came?
Out
or-
the front door.
Yeah, back the way we came.
Okay, so as you
The
guys
only thing with back the way we came
is
is the haunt.
Yeah,
that was
there's a cold spooky thingy.
Well, don't we have our Ghostbusters traps?
We do. We can try using one as soon as we get out
okay.
or get to it.
So you enter the room. Visualize that map, that small representation of the room. Tell me where you guys directly go from where to where.
From the hole
Yeah, from
Straight
here to
across?
here.
straight across this.
Okay. And what is your marching order?
I don't know who's like the
Dude,
healthiest.
I have 17. I might be the healthiest.
yeah, I am not doing too hot.
I've got 7,
I got 2.
I got 3.
or maybe I have slightly more than 7. But I'm not
Well,
doing
you're
great.
following the hungover Doc, I guess.
So
Okay.
Doc's leading. Who's behind?
And
I'll be behind him with the haunt siphon ready.
Okay.
Then I guess
I
I'll
mean,
be,
at that point, it
Doesn't
doesn't really
matter,
matter. Yeah.
Okay. The first 3 people need to make an intelligence save as you feel this cold entity eep into you. What'd you get there?
Starting the session off right with a hard 20.
Yeah. Hard 20. Doctor, what'd you get?
13.
13. Tell us.
Tell us.
Hard 20.
Hard 20.
Who was next?
I can give you a number.
House?
19.
19. Doctor, you take 3 points of chill as you feel this coldness seep into your bones.
All right.
You guys continue to move through, or what do you want to do?
I'll use the haunt siphon.
Okay.
So I believe I have to open it up whilst in the presence of a haunt to try and capture its energies like it's Ghostbusters.
It should say exactly what it does, though.
To capture a haunt's energies within a haunt siphon, you only need only twist the metal casing to open the vial in the same round that the haunt manifests.
Did you get a new sheet? Because
has
last
not-
time you didn't have half of the sheet, right?
I printed it.
Yeah,
for
you
you.
printed one
new
for
one?
me. So just turn it.
Okay.
Turning open the casing.
And what's the damage?
It deals 3d6 points of positive energy damage to a single haunt.
Okay. Roll it up.
All right. 11.
Pretty good.
11. You see this spot begin to coalesce, and you just see this white frost hanging in the air, and then it begins to shrink down upon itself, but doesn't completely dissipate. It still remains.
All right. Keep running.
What do you do with the bottle?
I'm going to hold on to it.
All right. So you guys keep on boogieing.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm making my way as fast as I can out of this.
So you guys make it out the door. You're back in the main entryway. You've got all these doors. You know that going to the west further are where all those administrative offices were, as well as the warden's office. You know that going to the north, up those double doors, led to more doors on the east side and the west side, and even a set of double doors further north. And you also know going to the south leads out of the prison itself and back out onto the prison grounds themselves.
Well, I guess go back out onto the prison grounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go right out the front here, and back to Raven Grove.
Yeah.
As you guys leave the prison, it's been a little while since you guys have been outside. You notice that the rain has stopped. It's still very cloudy overhead, though. You see there's minor mud puddles scattered throughout the prison grounds. As you begin to make your way back into town, you can't help but see off to the west the Harrowstone Memorial. Only now, the figure it pays homage to seems a little less foreign. You know that this represents the warden, LeVar Hochran. And you also have some inkling whose name is being spelt out on the base as well. You continue to make your way north, and you pass the residence of one of the council members. It's a large manor. It's at M2 on the map, but you don't know whose. You keep on making your way north, and eventually you come to the Lorimore residence. You see it sitting off to the
home sweet
side
home.
on the west side. Oust. What are you going to do? Seem to be leading this train.
Yeah, you
Knock on the door, see if it's open.
It's locked.
It's locked. Kendra!
You hear this somebody walking towards the door, and curtains part a little, and you see Kendra's face from within. Just a minute, Oust. I'm finishing up something. And you hear some murmuring behind the door. And then
She wearing a robe?
she opens the door. Now she's fully clothed. She opens the door, and you see a man in a suit and what appears to be some kind of a folder in his hands. And he says, "Well, thank you, Mrs. Loma. No, it's Miss Loma. Yes, Miss Loma. I'll be sure to have my assistant deliver the papers to you first thing in the morning." Yes, thank you, and I appreciate the business, sir. Tell your client I'm very grateful that he's taken such a shine to the residents. And you see this man walk by you guys, and he looks at you, and you guys are just all beat to shit. He's like, "My gods, man, what the hell happened to you?"
You should see the other guy.
There was another man, eh? He makes his way past. Makes his
I
way
was going to
past
say
you.
just beat the shit out of him, but I don't want to go down that road.
Makes his way past you guys and just zips on down the road, heading towards town.
What time is it now?
It's probably about 6 o'clock at this point.
AM? PM?
PM.
PM. Fuck, it's been a long day.
it's been a long
Yeah.
day. We did the 9 to 5, man. We got
9 to 5.
we had a solid 9 to 5 today.
So what are you guys going to do? Oust, what are you doing? Where have you been?
We were at the Harrowstone.
The prison? What were you thinking? I was so worried.
You should have been. We were investigating your father's murder.
Did you find out something about Papa? What happened to Daddy? It's Daddy shit.
Daddy shit. Nothing yet. It's been a rough day. We just needed somewhere safe to rest our heads a little. Who was that man that was here?
Oh, it's not important. It's business, Oust.
Is it about selling the house?
Yes, it is. I'm afraid so. I've told you I don't feel like remaining in this town after everything that's happened to my father. And all this bullshit that's coming, all this pencil-pushing bullshit that's coming out of the prison. I don't feel like messing with it anymore.
Pretty quick on finding a buyer.
I'm motivated. I'm a motivated seller. It's a seller's market.
It's a seller's market.
After hearing that, the doctor actually wants to trail the escrow guy or
Who
real
the fuck
estate
is
agent.
buying here?
Exactly. That's why I'm
Okay, so
wondering
you
about.
break off from the rest of the group and
Yeah,
follow
after
him?
hearing that, I started
Okay.
falling behind. Anyone else?
I'll follow with the doctor.
You can. Well, there's no way. Talos can't do it.
So yeah, Erwin will join.
Okay. So he goes into town and continues through town to the outside of the northern part of town, outside of the hub. He crosses over the bridge that spans the water and then starts heading south down the road on the other side of the bank, back down.
Did you just walk in a giant circle?
Kind of, not really.
And we'll get back to that in a minute. Oust and Talos, you guys are standing next to Kendra. You watch the doctor and Erwin take off, following this guy in a suit.
Yeah.
Is he literally a suit? You know what I mean by a
Yeah,
suit?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He is.
Scum of the earth.
He's definitely corporate. Whatever corporate is in the fantasy medieval world, this guy's corporate.
I still see a suit.
Talos is going to use his time to look over the paperwork we found in the prison.
Okay, as you sit
Trying to make heads
down
and tails of that.
and start to go through the paperwork. Shit. How long ago was this paperwork?
I don't know.
It was earlier this
7
morning.
sessions
Oh my
ago?
It was like
Maybe
the
6
first thing
sessions
we
ago?
did.
What's that?
Maybe 6 sessions ago.
Probably.
I mean, if there's particular things that you want us to look at, I
So we're
got
at
2 things I want to look at.
13. No, only 5 sessions.
No, it's okay. I got it
ago.
right here.
Because I have door 1, paperwork. Door 3, more paperwork. Door 2, more paperwork.
Got it. That was in the offices. Okay, go ahead and roll 2d4.
2d4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Six.
Okay, judging by the amount of paperwork here, it's going to take you 6 hours to go through this stuff, which means that it will be midnight by the time you're done researching it. Now, I know you could go into long trances and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So while he's studying the paperwork, Oust, what would you like to do?
I actually
Put
wanted
that rope to work or what?
not yet.
End it. Just find a sturdy beam and end it.
Yeah.
Mine or her life?
Both.
Well, this is more of a lover
You
suicide.
dangle on each end of it.
The murder suicide. Actually, I wanted to review the catalog that we found in the Marauders room. That was in the. Was it in that room or was it the one across? The
No,
one
it
that
was-
had the log with all the
Right.
prisoners, the
Yes, okay.
the ins, out, the feeding meals, and all that.
Okay, go ahead and roll 2d4. Because you had quite a few books.
3 and a 4.
That adds up to 7.
Oh, that's
So,
Yay.
so that's how long it's going to take for you to go through all these books as well. So you start delving into this. The doctor and Erwin, you follow this guy, and sun starts to go down, so it's getting kind of dark, and you see that he is walking south, and he passes a few of the houses, and he starts heading towards a large manor that's on the west side of the river. and you see that there's lights at the house and whatnot. He walks up to the door. He knocks 3 times. The door opens. You see that there's somebody in there, welcomes him in, and closes the door behind him.
On the map, do we know what letter that is?
That's M1.
I thought, yeah, maybe M1. Okay.
Yeah, he picked a very roundabout way to get there. Mm-hmm. That's suspicious.
All right, well, we're already pretty much 3/4 of the way back to Kendra's. Want to meet up with the rest of the party?
Yeah. Do you know the person that lives here, by any chance, or do you know anything about this place?
I do not. I do not know much about this town. And most I know I forget.
All right. I go to sleep a lot.
Yeah, let's just go back and tell the other guys about where this guy went to.
Just even if we want to investigate, we need
Back up.
Yeah.
I like how we got to town, and like 5 minutes after getting to town, we split the party again.
Well, at least we found some good info.
Back to old habits. As soon as we get to
Old habits die hard.
Yeah, as soon as we get to town, split the party. We'll get more done.
So as you make your way back where Talos and Oust are at, you see that as you enter, they're just poring over this paperwork, trying to figure out how to make heads or tails of this stuff. Because you've only been gone for about 40 minutes at the most.
Yeah, so can we assist with it?
Sure. You can cut the time down in half, in fact, if each one of you want to help the other one. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. So I'll help Oust.
okay.
I'll help Talos then.
I keep moving the papers away to make sure you don't get the grease on them.
Talos, go and roll a d6.
A 5?
So as you're poring over all this paperwork, you come across information about one of the prisoners that's held there. His name's Ian Furman. What the fuck?
Furman.
Just make up a name.
Ian
Bad Santa.
Furman. You find out that he was a professor, a celebrated scholar of anthroponomastics, which is the study of personal names and their origins,
Oh.
at the Quarterfax Archives and Caliphus. He had associations with all kinds of warped studies, and you see that he had been to the prison psychologist a few times, and he considered himself to be someone that held power with names and how he could use those names to control people. And he felt that over time, that if he were to spell somebody's name out totally, that he would be able to have complete control over that person, even if the person is dead. He would be able to control their spirit.
Okay. So we found a bunch of prisoner numbers. Was there a prisoner number for this guy that matched up with any of the ones that we saw branded onto?
There is.
All right.
And I wrote it down, and I put it upstairs.
Well,
But it was one of those 3 numbers.
All right.
And you see that number directly relates to the one they called the Splatter Man.
Fucking knew it. And I know I have his book.
Okay. I'm proud of you.
So like, just to like get a picture of the book. So is like this moldy spell book, does it like randomly have like names written out in there and
There
stuff
are
too?
names that are in the margin. You got to remember, though, that this book is old and moldy.
Yeah, so it's like
been
hard to see that stuff.
It's been in the prison for 50 years. But there are names that are scrawled in the margins. There's certain things that are circled. There are certain portions of spells that look as though they've been traced over and over and over again. Like if you wrote the letter the, the word the, and it's written again the, and then again the, it's just, you could tell that he's penciled this in many times over these spells, as though he's used these spells and really brought them to a heightened sense.
It's pretty much a grimoire at this point.
Yeah. Are there any blank spots at all in there, or is it like totally filled up?
It's totally filled up, but a lot of the pages are illegible.
Okay. I guess
Tacoma.
Talos will try to find the best spot possible, and then he's going to try and write key in Fairman's name into the Splatterman's own spellbook.
Okay, what are you using to write his name?
Blood. Kind of like the typical ink that you would use for when you wanted to copy like spells into your spellbook. So it's not like regular ink, but it is. I guess it's very like expensive and
Magical.
I thought you were gonna say like one of those complimentary pens that they gave us at the suite.
Yeah, the one with the complimentary fountain pen.
Oh yeah, the Raven Grove Inn pen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you write this name in the book,
Yeah.
and nothing happens that you're aware of.
Okay.
That you're aware of.
I'm aware of it.
Very ominous.
Very ominous. Oust. You and the doctor are poring over all these ledgers that you had brought, and you notice that there's that name, Gertis Vorch, that's signed off. He appears to be a captain of the guard. And you could see that every time that somebody was maliciously wounded, there are 2 signatures that accompany that. You know, whether the person died or was just tortured for whatever reason. Gertis Vorch and L. Hochran.
L?
Bastard.
Var.
I wrote law, not L. Sorry.
You see this oust?
I do. It means the warden had to sign off on all these infirmary visits.
I know I can't remember much, but didn't he say he had no part in this or told us never to go visit the prison?
They
Roll
always-
Wait, what?
roll a percentage also.
96.
Damn. You also notice that there is one name that's entered in there that had been tortured and killed. The name is Benjamin Oreska. And next to his name is only one signature, Gertis Forge. And you see that Hochren's signature is blatantly missing from beside it.
Seems like foul play, Doc. I mean, you would know all this working
Well,
in infirmaries.
it's one of his ancestors, but still, there's foul play here. Perhaps the sheriff knows more.
So we pay him a visit later. I think I might know where he might be staying.
Your crush's place?
Joe Minden.
Joe
One of your
Mendes.
many crushes?
Joe Mindo was
You're
not
just
mine.
making your rounds in this town, aren't you, Oust?
Making my 30 days worth.
Well,
So-
he's trying. He hasn't been successful yet.
Hey, man. You can't win if you don't play.
Hey,
right.
just throw out the feed and see what comes.
So, Erwin, you've gone through this stuff with Talos. What is your take on everything that's going on, everything that you've had your ass handed to you back at the prison many times?
Yeah.
Such the threshold of death, but you've seen like all kinds of shit go on.
I'm baffled, but I'm also kind of curious about where all these manifestations, all this kind of like paranormal activity type of stuff is like why is it occurring? So when I'm reading over this stuff, I kind of want to like see like anything in particular that kind of sticks out to me that might resonate with some like the entities that we actually encountered.
Well, you know that from some of the stuff that you've already learned, that the Mosswater Marauder was one of those 5 prisoners
Yeah.
that you guys have dealt with. He's the only one that you know of. And ironically, you don't know much of his past. You just know of him. Mostly because you dealt with him, but you don't know his history. The ones that you do have some knowledge of, you have yet to encounter. So it's knowing that whatever's in that prison waiting for you guys when you return, you know, it's going to bring up the playing field considerably.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's about 9:30 at night. You guys have done your studying. Anything else you want to do before the humans turn in?
Other than, I would assume that we're all in the same room doing our research and kind of.
Yeah, you guys are kind of off in your duel. You split the party in the room.
Still splitting the party, bringing the party back together before bed, going over our findings. That way, we're all
Brushing
on the
your
same.
teeth and
Yeah.
That son of a bitch. Hold on.
Don't brush your teeth angry. It's like you never jerk off angry.
You're brushing too hard. So we're all in the same loop, same level of knowledge of, what our findings are. We fill them in that we want to visit. The doc and I want to visit the sheriff in the morning.
And then Erwin and I also relay that the real estate agent went to the mansion pretty much directly across the river.
Now, who do you tell that to?
Oust and Talos. That's it.
Are you just saying it out loud for everybody to hear? Or are you trying to keep it away from Kendra?
Keep it away from Kendra.
Where is Kendra?
She's milling about in her house.
Moping. Oh, my father.
She's just going about her business. She's not really paying attention to what you guys are saying.
Oh, we brought it up when we came back before we split up.
Oh, actually, there's one more thing I wanted to do. Since we're out of harm's way, we never figured out what those special bolts were.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Go ahead and make your Arcana check on that.
Go for it.
I'll help out with that.
Yeah.
I don't help out with that.
Yeah. I
Neither
didn't
do
do
I.
so well. 6 for Oust.
8.
9.
15.
Oh.
You guys got me going all over this paperwork, man. Holy
Well, we didn't have enough
shit.
time to... Or I think we failed one of them.
Who passed it?
I don't know
would say
what is a...
Talos, probably, because...
Who got above 15?
I got exactly 15.
Okay. You know that these are +1 crossbow bolts.
Anything else, Talos?
No, I was waiting to see if there's more. No,
Are they
these just look
silvered
like...
or anything? Or?
These appear to be magical crossbow bolts.
So when you fire those out, is that a +1 to the attack, +1 to the damage?
And Erwin has 5. I have the other 5.
Okay.
Yep.
Good deal. You guys want to look at anything else, or?
Kind of want to check out that rope again. I didn't actually check it before.
Okay, go for it.
Arcana.
Yes.
18.
18.
There you go.
There we go.
Now, being a monk, as so many of you oiled folk are, you would know that as lathered as you are, how difficult it can be to climb a rope. So you would definitely want this type of a rope, which is a rope of climbing.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'll tell you what that does later on.
Okay.
So you're going to go Betty by?
Yeah.
I think at this point, yeah. Doctor's ready for bed again.
So you guys rack out. Kendra's up with the sun. You hear her shuffling around in the kitchen, making eggs, making bacon, cooking coffee, making coffee, burning coffee.
Burning water.
You guys slowly start to rise. You two elves already awake.
Yeah, actually, I think a little bit before the humans wake up, I think, or I guess anyone that needs to sleep.
That's racist.
I know. Everyone's human except for this guy, but technically I don't know
I'm
that.
half of one of you.
He's human. Everyone's human.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
human.
Yeah, no, I'm saying everyone's human except
I'm
for
a
this guy.
halvesy.
Oh, nobody knows that, though.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know. I'm a mutant.
I think that Talos' curiosity is going to get the better of him, and he's going to prick his finger and copy Hein Ferriman's name in blood, his blood,
Okay.
because he hasn't seen anything happen yet. And he's just going to copy over where he wrote it initially.
Make a perception check.
Not great. 9.
9. You don't hear or see anything, but for the briefest of moments, you sense this anguish and this hatred as though you were subjected to burning alive. And for that, I will give you back your gold doubloon.
Yeah, we're going to need those.
I watched the doc over there just say, fucking prick your finger, prick your finger. I was like,
I mean,
is he going to
no,
prick his finger?
I thought about that initially, but I feel like
what I said,
he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it.
It's
right
a
away.
grimoire. Like, you need.
But you were
need
the
that
only
little
one that knows
extra
about
this.
this. Nobody else knows unless you've told Oust, who's probably staring at you, watching you.
Yeah, because also Talos is
Creepily, yeah, totally. Go to sleep, Oust. I am. His eyes are all wide. I am asleep.
Because the whole time, Talos is probably looking through the book because there's spells that this guy knew that Talos doesn't know. So he's like copying them from his book to from the Spider-Man's book to his own, and probably during that time he's just like, I can't do this anymore, and he goes and writes.
Well, you've read Dragonlance, right? Mm-hmm. So like when Raceland would find a new spell, it would take him time to learn that spell.
Yeah, it takes 2 hours per spell level, so he'd only get 2 spells, which are Mage Armor and Magic Missile.
Yeah. So some of the spells are within your grasp to do so.
So you got Magic Missile now?
I had it before because I was using it through his spell book, but now I don't need to depend on him.
Nice.
I don't need him no more.
I'm an independent elf.
Yeah, but things are going to get real bad now because we had our long rest that I was pushing off, and some effects now come into play.
Oh, shit.
Cool. Cool.
That reminds me. Let me double check.
You know what other effects come by not taking a long rest? Us dying.
Us dying, yeah. This might help that also.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
I'm good still.
You good? So you guys are starting to wake up, come about. You notice that the 2 elves have been already awake. Kendra's in the kitchen doing her thing. And you hear a knock at the door. House, would you please get that? I'm busy right now.
I put my robe on and I answer the door.
You naked?
It's all
I
about...
also keep telling you don't have to trance naked.
He doesn't tie it. He's
I
just
trance
wearing
the
it.
nude.
Just wearing it wide open. Old Hugh answering the door.
Hanging some dong. Just
It's open just enough to see dog.
So you open the door and you notice this heavy-set, well-dressed individual, and you immediately see on the doorstep Vashian Hearthmount. Well, I guess the rumors are correct. You have returned from Harrowstone. Can I surmise that the haunts of Harrowstone Prison have been dealt with, of course?
Not entirely.
Not all of them.
Not yet.
What the devil are you doing back here, then?
Hey, man, it's spooky down there. I didn't see neither one of you guys go down.
Of course not. Well, there's a reason why we hired you to do this type of business. Please cover yourself, too, by the way. It's very distracting. My eyes keep drawing down there. I've never seen a eunuch before.
My eyes are up here, buddy. I closed the robe a little bit more.
Just a little
Just
bit.
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Not all the way, just a little bit.
Roll
So
intimidation.
finally shaved.
No, we found a bit of information that we felt the need to come back in town and research.
Well, have you anything to report? Have you gleaned any information from the prison itself? Anything that could be causing these haunts? What's leaving this blood at the base of the Hairstone Memorial?
Not entirely, but that's what we're trying to get to the bottom of.
Will you be returning today?
Back to Kendra's or back to the Harrows?
You're standing in Kendra's. Why would you come back to Kendra's yet again?
Well, that'd be assuming that we leave
Well, then why would you come back?
because we left.
So you are planning on leaving. That's great news. When will you be departing?
Shortly after
when
breakfast.
we're good and ready.
Doctor, you're in there. Well, I want you to know that several of the townspeople have banded together and they've picked out a great place for your facility to be built.
Oh,
Wow.
very good.
Yes, we're in dire need of somebody like you, and I know how important it must be to have a business in such a town as this. But of
Yes.
course, the town is unsafe with this haunting going on.
Yes, I am torn between.
I would hate for your new business to flounder before it even began.
That's all I got. I know what he meant by that.
So can I hope that you will persuade the rest of your people here to
Your people.
What do you mean, you people?
return into Harrowstone? Finish what you've begun.
Yes, I can. We'll just have to double check with everyone. We might have to make a couple stops in town before so, but hopefully within the half day we'll be leaving again.
Well, that's great news. We look forward to servicing you soon, of course, Doctor. And
Service me well.
stop by my personal residence when you get a chance, and I'll be sure to finish giving you the rest of your paperwork. I'm just across the river on the other side.
Oh, yes, the estate right across to the north.
Oh, it's a modest estate, but yes, that's my house right over there.
Okay.
Good day. And you see him start heading back in towards town.
That's where the real estate agent went.
And this dude's playing Monopoly while we're busy playing D&D.
Oh, he's got to
Building
start playing
hotels,
chess
man.
now.
Hotels.
Building hotels.
Park Place.
All right. He leaves. I'll get dressed. No more trancing in the nude.
Trancing in the nude.
That's a good
He
episode.
has to be
title.
one with nature.
One with nature. Okay.
Expose all the bits to nature.
Do we want to seek forth and find the sheriff?
I mean, that's one side quest. I don't know if we want to do that.
Or just head back to the Hero Stone now that we...
I personally want to head back to Harrowstone. If
I know we were kind of like on a time limit, but other than getting much needed rest.
We should probably go back to Harrowstone.
I wasn't sure that there was any weight to this, but I think there may be. The Splatterman that we heard about, he was he's really into true names, using that to control a person, and I think it's fair to assume that whoever the person writing Visoriana's name is the Splatterman himself. And so if we're limited on time, perhaps if we kill him, we can stop this name from being written.
How would we find this Splatterman?
He's
made contact with him with the spirit board once.
If the Marauder is in the prison, he stands to reason he's in the prison. But for the life of me, I can't figure out how we'd find out specifically where he is.
Well, it only seems like there's one way to find out.
Actually, I was thinking about this the wrong way. He certainly wouldn't tell us, but perhaps maybe if he's not in a great relationship with one of the other prisoners, I guess it's a little bit late for the Marauder, but if the others don't really care for him, they might fold on him and tell us where he is.
What are you going to do?
We're going to interrogate these ghosts. That's what I'm getting out of it.
Well, so like we have a
What the fuck?
we have a spirit board, right? And we can use it to contact the dead.
Ooh, we can try and use the spirit board when
So,
we leave again.
so we can try and contact the other ghosts. If they don't like the Splatterman, they can maybe tell us where he is, and we can go fucking kill him directly.
Okay. That sounds great. All right, I like that.
Well, which one would we...
I don't know. Well, what do we know anything about the other ones?
Father Charlatan seems pretty tame. And he's a charlatan, so he's got the gift of gab.
Someone has to
I
have like
heard.
hold a grudge. Who seems the most maybe egotistical, or just wouldn't get along with a Splatterman?
Who's the Lopper?
I think maybe Lopper
Doc's
might
got
be our
the
best
Lopper,
bet.
right?
I've got
I think
the Lopper's axe.
he had anger issues.
They all had anger issues.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's true.
But the Father Charlatan doesn't seem like the guy. And he's also like, his whole thing's like lying, so I wouldn't trust anything he said anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right?
And then the Piper, I don't know why he'd fold on the Splatterman at all.
No.
So I get
hatred for music of some kind. But I really hate your little float.
I really hated your last EP. It was awful. Maybe we try to contact the Lopper.
Ilmarsh was his name. The Piper of Ilmarsh.
Very Marsh.
So who do you want to try to get?
Lopper, right?
Yeah. I
Lopper?
think so, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to call out to the Lopper. I'm going to have the spirit board and the planchette, and I'm going to...
Okay, hold on a second. So you make your way back to Harrowstone.
Yeah, we had to make our way
Yeah.
back to Harrison first, yes.
Where are you going to set up shop in Harrowstone? In an attempt to do this. What's
What would be the best place to...
map.
How about just the foyer?
The foyer? Ooh, je ne sais quoi.
What the fuck ever?
Either that or the
Oubliette,
wardens.
The foyer, whatever you want.
Well, we could do it in the foyer, or we could do it in the.
I don't think the shack is the right place.
No, or I was going to say the warden's office.
We could go in the warden's office. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of bad shit happened in the warden's office.
Actually,
like the principal's office.
If we,
you know?
we should go to the
Yeah.
warden's office because I can unlock that
kill two birds with one stone.
that's safe. So
Yeah,
let's go to the warden's office.
Yeah, let's do it.
And we can find some hidden documents.
Okay.
Well, let me open the safe first in case anything happens to me.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast knock on the safe in the
In
warden's
case we
office.
just wind up conjuring the whopper.
God.
This is the safest way to handle it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going crazy here.
I've got his hand axe at least.
So you make your way back into the warden's office. You see the safe still undisturbed. Tell me what you want to do.
I walk up to it and cast knock on it by hitting it twice with my knuckles.
And you hear it snap open.
All right, open that bad boy up.
As it creaks open, you see that there are numerous legal documents within,
Oh, god damn it.
along with 500 gold pieces.
Holy shit.
Jackpot. Payday.
You could definitely tell that this was the prison's payroll and petty cash fund. And you see a wooden rack on which sits 4 vials.
Okay.
Same color of the ones that you found in that one alcove
Okay.
that you didn't tell the doc about. You see 3 other potions. They're a slightly bluer hue to them. And 2 potions that appear to be almost like a deep gray.
Okay. Talos will take out the 4 potions that we understand to be healing potions and distribute those evenly.
Yeah, well, those are the cure moderate ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then give the blue and gray ones for the doctor to take a look at to see if he knows what they are.
Okay.
And then he's going to pocket the gold.
Sounds
In her
about
pocket,
right.
500.
Sounds like Vratislav. Did you want to check those out now, Doc, or you want to wait?
Yeah, so let me just make notes here. So we got
So it makes it 2
we got
now.
1 vial. What does the blue one do again?
You have 4.
Actually, you should
We don't
have
know.
2.
No,
I gave
the,
them
the
to you
one
if I knew-
no,
if I
the
had
one
it.
that we know
Oh.
because we distributed those. That's cure minor wounds.
That's
or something?
moderate.
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 Cure moderate.
1 vial cure mod. wound.
No, you don't have yours anymore. They took it from you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, we took it so that.
Last episode.
No, but
Oh, I
we
thought
just
you
gave
said
him
you
one.
just found
we just
4
gave him
more.
one now.
Yeah, we
But you
just
found
gave-
4 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cure moderate ones.
Yeah.
We basically we
had-
had a long chain of stealing potions.
Listen
to
to the
heal,
show, Doc.
to heal
Hey, I'm
Irwin
playing in
once.
character. I wouldn't know.
That,
And there's
got a
3
point, yeah.
3 other potions that are in a light blue hue.
Yeah,
And
so
then-
we got 3 light blue and 2 gray.
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm going to do a medicine check on these.
Very good.
First is the light blue ones with a 16.
You can tell that these are potions of lesser restoration.
Oh.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yes.
And then the doctor will take a look at the 2 gray ones with a 23.
Yes.
Give it to the right guy.
And these potions are of remove disease.
Oh.
feel like we're going to need that.
Certainly going to want those. So tell me what you wish to do in this office, Talos.
All right.
The doctor holds on to all the vials, by the way.
That's fine. Talos is going to use the warden's desk to set up the spirit board.
Okay.
Take the his brass planchette in his hand. He's going to call out to the lopper.
Make a wisdom save.
All right. That is not good. Should I use a doubloon? All right, I'm going to use a doubloon. Stop rolling dice.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn you.
All right, here's the doubloon. Thank you very much. I rolled a 17.
Okay. So as you use this planchette to scroll across the ether, you were trying to get in touch with the lopper, correct?
The lopper. and I'm asking, where is Splatterman?
You hear this feminine voice begin to echo in your head, and it says, "Are you the new guards of this prison?"
No.
And that's where we're going to end.
Cliffhanger.
Maybe.
What's it to you?
I'm asking the questions here.
Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and iHeart Radio. And if you like what you're hearing, please leave us that 5-star review. You could also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com. And be sure to check out the galleries. We got a lot of really interesting stuff posted there. And finally, join us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast. There are ways for you to help out the show and pick up swag. So until next session, keep your dice warm and your glass full as you roll those hard 20s. Dude, I don't know how drunk we were last week, but they were like all knotted up and shit.
No.
So,
I get no blame.
well, that's why you weren't. Where's the quality control? Oh yeah, that's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, very
Sounds
good.
good. Just you double micing him in.
Double micing.
Yeah.
Well, you should maybe hold on to that one so the next time you have a mic you can pick up that's not the one on the desk.
right.
That's right.
Go
Mic drop.
Running with the mic.